Hello fellow modelers and styling fanatics, welcome back to my channel. I hope that everyone is doing fine and enjoys the hobby. Concrete Banger is back again today with another one of its notorious episodes. Now, since we have finished our last project, which it was the Stu project, it is time for me to pick another thing to work on. So, I was debating, sitting on my bench, taking a look at my stars, and I have came up with this crazy idea. This crazy idea came to my mind originally due to Rob. Most of you guys. Not most of you, some of you guys know who I mean, most of you don't know who I mean. Rob is a Dutch friend of mine. He's a modeler. He does not have a channel, but he is really passionate about what he does, and he has a huge stash. In his stash he has many interesting kits, and he is willing to share them. So one of his figure kits in particular caught my eye. We have talked about it. He has sent it to me, and as soon as I have taking that figure kit in my hands, I have set it. I have a crazy idea. I have this idea in my mind. So let me explain it. Here in Greece we have a saying, guys. This saying may not make sense in English, but it goes like that. We say sit high and gaze. We use that saying when all things go to hell, all things go wrong. So my idea is to recreate this saying, to recreate, to build this saying in a vignette, to be honest with you. So I don't want to bore you guys long. I am sure that you are curious of what I am thinking, what my plans are. So let me reveal them to you. But before I do that, you guys all know the drill. Of course, you have to grab a seat, make yourselves comfortable, and crack the mandatory cold one. And let's see what my crazy and deranged mind has in stock for our next few episodes. So you guys must be still scratching your heads, trying to find out what my intentions are. So I'm gonna go linear, and I'm gonna show you exactly what Rob sent me, and which is the kit that created this inspiration for me. Boom, guys, this is the kit. This is the figure kit from Verlinden Productions, probably under the kit number of 1472 in 1/35 scale. It is 2 figures, and it is titled Things to Do. So before I unbox this thing, I wanna talk about a little about figures like this, guys. I like figures like this. I like them because they are they are not the usual stuff. They are not neither the walking, the standing, the fighting guys. They are the guys that they are rare to see. These figures are jack of all trades. Figures posed like that are jack of all trades. You can do anything, from a funny scene to an ambush to a relaxed scene, and to anything that comes in your mind. So when I first laid my eyes on this figure, I kinda fell in love, and I don't know, this is and I know that this is not the best thing to say with this guy, because he's taking a seat and because it is a rarity to see that. So in our project we're gonna obviously use this guy, and he's gonna do his thing, you know what he's doing right now. Now let me unbox this. Of course this is a second-hand kit from Rob. He has already assembled those figures before he sent them to me. So here we have the pink guy, which I am going to store for later. Of course figures are resin. No need for me to tell you that. No need. Figures are resin. And now let me see how I'm gonna grab this guy in order for me not to mess my hands, because he's taking a seat. Boom. And here is our protagonist. Well, you're not gonna be able to see him because he is primed in black primer. So this guy has things to do, has very important things to do, as you can see, and he is going to be our protagonist in this series. So everything goes around him, so take a good look. Of course you cannot take a good look because he's, as I've said, primed in black primer, but we are going to fix that. So I'm gonna leave him aside over here, and we are going to talk about the next kit that is going to be on our scene, because I'm not willing to do a vignette with just a guy. I just want to add a few stuff. So the next kit that we are going to include on our vignette diorama, I don't know yet, I am opting for a vignette, is this one. Is a Volkswagen Type 82E from CMK in 1/35 scale and kit number T35014. So this kit came to my hand from another guy. I mainly bought it because I like Beatles, to be honest with you, and the second reason I bought it is that it comes from a brand that I've never heard about, and I am really curious how good is this brand. So two birds with one stone. Okay, the third bird it was that this kit was really cheap. So this is going to be this guy's transportation vehicle, and let's take a look. Let's take a look at this kit. So we have a beautiful box art depiction over here of the Volkswagen Beetle in a very interesting camo scheme. Looks like it's floating, but it's okay. Over at the sides we have a brief history of the vehicle in Czech, if I'm not mistaken, English and German. On the other side we have things to do. We have description of the kit. It says that the construction kit contains a complete plastic model, decal sheet, 3 language instruction sheets. Glue and paint are not included in the kit, as always. May contain small parts, okay, and recommended for modelers 14 and over. Pleasant time with our models, that's great. So in the bag we have nothing, and upon the box is a side opener, and upon opening it we have the cell of the beetle, instructions, one sprue containing the road wheels, suspension parts, interior details, chassis and seats, etc., etc. We have a clear sprue over here containing all the windows and headlights, etc., etc. And finally we have this small decal seat. Now you guys give me some time to get the camera closer, reposition the camera, give you a closer look of what we are working with. Now that everything is repositioned, I want to apologize because I forgot to tell you that this CMK kit is a new tooling released in 1999. The original kit was again a kit from CMK released in 1998. So this kit has some new parts according to the ScaleMate site, and I probably have the 1998 initial kit in my stash as well. So for anyone interested, guys, you may see it in the future. Now, enough of me rambling, let's take a closer look at the parts. I, of course, am going to start with the cell of the car, the cell of the beetle. From what I can see, we are looking at a pretty crisp and clean mold. Okay, it needs some cleanup. It is to be expected, if you ask me, due to the shape of the vehicle. We have a seam line running around here where the edge of my tool is pointing, but it is nothing, nothing tragic. It will be, I can easily take care of it. It is also running over here. I will need to remove this pointy thing over here because probably it is left there due to the injection process. It is nicely detailed. The beetle is the old variant, of course, because it has the separated window over here, the separated rear windshield, I should say. And here is a size comparison. It is going to be a fun and quick little build, I hope so. So over here at the interior you have some injection molds that you may need to take care if you want. Well, this is not gonna be easy, but okay. Overall it is pretty crispy, guys. Here is a closer look. Pretty clean. So let's move now on to the sprue. As I've said, sprue contains two types of wheels. So give me a moment. Sorry. As I've said, the sprue contains two types of wheels. One set of wheels has the hubcap with the Volkswagen logo over here. I don't know if you can see. Yep. It is Volkswagen logo surrounded by a gear. Oh my god, okay. So we have seats, door cards, front bumpers and details for front and rear bumpers, Over here we have some grab handles. I don't know where the grab handle. This must be parts of the bumpers, I guess. We have the handles that open the doorknobs. In cars they are named different, but I cannot remember the name. Over here we have the details of the interior, handbrake, steering column, and here we have the pedals. The other thing here is the suspension system, the rear suspension system, as I've said, the wheels. Over here we have the steering wheel and the shifter knob, and here we have the parts for the chassis. This is our the bottom chassis, the chassis, and here is parts for the interior tab. So let me give them a closer look, because this is the first time I am taking a look at this kit, a close look at this kit, to be honest with you guys. So if you're surprised, I am surprised as well. We have some good engine detail over here. If in case that you want to depict the vehicle tipped in the side, so pretty solid choice. Okay, it has some injection pin marks that we need to remove, but nothing out of the ordinary or nothing concerning. Okay. Sorry. Very nice and crisp detail over here, and the interior, I think that's pretty realistic for a Beetle. That's the front bumper. No, that's not the front bumper, that's the front steering column, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty crisp detail over here as well. I see no excess flesh nowhere in the sprue, from a quick look that I am taking right now, guys. Okay, of course, and we require some minimum cleanup, but it is nothing so tragic or nothing not to be expected. So I'm gonna give you a closer look. These four things must be the rear tabs for the wheels, so probably, just in case, if you are curious what they are. And I also huge props to CMK for providing two different types of wheels. That's awesome. That's great. That's always great, if you ask me. We need to have flexibility, to depict any vehicle of any kind. Okay, it has some flesh over here. Nothing tragic. So I'm gonna leave this aside, and we are gonna move on to the clear parts. Now I am going to remove them instantly from their baggie, and I'm gonna place them back. Parts are quite thick. Let's see if they distort. Just a slightly distortion over here at the edges, but nothing tragic. Distortion as you look through them. Mainly in the rear windshield due to its shape, but nothing tragic, as I've said. They are pretty thick, they are clean, I see no scratches, so huge props to that, lucky me. Box survived the postal services. Sorry guys, I was interrupted from a phone call that I had to answer. So let's see. Now I am trying to take a look at the headlights. Okay, this one are the close one, the Notec lights. This one are the open ones, you know, the normal headlights. I don't like the shape of the open ones because that's not a lens, a proper lens of a Volkswagen, of a Beetle, sorry. We're gonna see how we're gonna work around it. I may attach the Notec ones. Once again, that's a great props to CMK for giving you the option to choose between open and closed lights, closed quote unquote. So let's return the screw in its baggie to keep it safe until we need it. And finally we have the decals, finally, almost. So over here the decals we have, okay, as expected, the license plates, two kinds of license plates. One is for whenever, because I don't know, and this one must be the Japanese one, the Japanese version, because this vehicle gives you the option to do it a staff car for Japanese personnel, because it has the Japanese flag. Decals look really thin. They say that they are printed by Propag team in 1999, as expected. Okay, kit is from that age. I have nothing to note on them because, as always, I will have to work with them in order to have an opinion, you know. I suppose that they are gonna work fine. Now let's return those at their baggie as well, and let's move on with the meat and potatoes of the thing, with the instructions. Now I gave the instructions a quick look before I started the unboxing, and I have to tell you that they are kind of a riddle. Let me explain. I will explain you as we go. So over here in the front we have the depiction of the beetle. I'm gonna of course call it always a beetle. And we have a brief history in various languages: Czech, English, Deutsch, German, and French. So instructions are in a booklet. Props to that, because I like booklets as well. In the second page we have a sprue map, and we also have we also have the two options that provide us. Now I want your attention, guys. Sorry. For the cam mode option, it's labeled by the Latin letter I1, and for the Japanese staff car options is with 2. So in the instruction, in many steps at the instructions, those are indicated. Those two options are indicated if you want to build one or build another. I have yet to understand how they mean, what the meaning of the instructions, but we are gonna see. I'm gonna show you the instructions, and we're gonna see how it goes as I build it. So over here we have the color callouts. They are in Harbrol and Tamiya. We're gonna need 8 colors in total, of course, and I'm gonna use more because why not? And we start from the instructions, and right from the get-go, guys. I don't know why they start from step number 4 and move to step number 5, which is weird, because here is step number 1 and it goes to step number 3. And I don't know, it is like a riddle, but anyway, stick with me, we're gonna see. I don't believe that this is the first step, because as you can see, most of it is assembled. So I'm gonna start from what I believe it is the first step. The first step is this one. Over here we have the wheel choice and the front and rear wheels assembly. This one is for the front wheels and this one is for the rear wheels. And as I've said, variant 1 with the camo option goes with the plain steel wheel, and variant 2, the staff car option, goes with the hub-capped one. So step number 1 is going to be our road wheels. Step number 2 now is going to be our dashboard with gauge cluster and the steering wheel. Over here it says, okay, it's if you want to build the car mod version, you go with color number A. If you want to build the staff car version, you go with color labeled as D. Now on step number 3, which is the logic next step, we attach the road wheels onto the chassis, and we also attach the rear tail lights, looks like they are tail lights, and the rear bumper. So now step number 4, here is the riddle, guys. Let me take a closer look. What the fuck? Okay. These two steps and these two steps are identical, and I don't know why these two steps are in this page. Anyway, they look identical. I'm not gonna, okay, it probably is a mistake, but okay, we're gonna stick with it. So step number 4 is more parts added to the chassis. We have the dashboard, front bumpers, lights. Of course you have the choice to choose between the no-tech light and the normal headlamp. And over here you have another choice, choice of colors, of course. Either you're gonna do the camo one, color A, or the staff car one, color D. So step number 5, we attach the rear seat, the middle thing over here, the middle part of the chassis that holds the handbrake and the shifter knob, and of course the driver's and co-driver's seat. And we move on to step, my god, that's another mistake. Okay, this page is the same as this page, so we're gonna skip it. We move on to step number 6. Step number 6 is we start working onto the car body. You attach the doorknobs, details like that, and the door cards. Step number 7 is the attachment of every window part of the vehicle onto the car body, and then the car body onto the chassis, and you are finished with the assembly in 7 steps. And here in the final page we have the color callouts. Now, huge minus to CMK by me, because although they give you 2 options, they don't tell you where they operate. Of course, this one is operated somewhere in Japan, probably, but I don't know where this operated. I have no clue. It never tells you, for example, winter of 44 in Caen or somewhere. So we have two options. One is the staff car and one is the camo one, the camo version. Now, I could paint both. I could do both, and I could just remove the Japanese flag. But since I've seen it, I will opt for the camo version, because that's the one I really like and I find challenging and I wanna do. And since this is a story that came out of my mind and I have no photo to follow, this one will be my choice. So, to wrap it all up, guys, this will be our story. This guy is the driver of this staff car. He was going somewhere, and you know, when you gotta go, you gotta go. So he parked the car in somewhere in the edge of the street, and he has he left the car there to do his thing. So he's gonna be on a mountain taking a seat, and he's gonna gaze. So sit high and gaze is our project's name. I hope that you guys like my idea, find it funny, follow me through the creation of this crazy and unusual project. And with all that said and done, we have made it to the end of this episode. On our next episode, we're gonna start working on our weird project, and we are probably going to start assembling the beetle. Before I go, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for that watched this video. A special thank you to my old and new subscribers. You guys are the best, and you are the reason I keep doing these videos. For the newcomers out there that encounter one of my videos for the first time, welcome guys. I hope that you like what I do. If so, you all know what to do. Leave a like, comment with your thoughts and opinions, share the video if you believe it deserves to be shared, or even consider subscribing for more builds to come your way. Until the next time, fellow modelers and friends, take care and model on. It was that Morpho Demon, signing out.